Ooh. Okay. Well, we don't have a choice here. Egypt rises to unprecedented might and glory during the old... Oh, I think we already read that, but we can read it again. Yeah, even as the incredible new monuments rise through the Nile Valley, seers make disturbing predictions about the fate of the two lands. The true pyramid. They have a large pyramid this time. Attainable rating of 55, culture rating of 20, 3,000 population, a little bit of a smaller city we need. Okay. Now we're going to make the true pyramid. The last ones were just fake. They were fake pyramids. They're not real pyramids. This is probably going to be the last mission we do tonight, if I had to guess.
Pharaoh Snofru has brought order to Egypt, and the kingdom now flourishes under his wise and benevolent rule. Snofru wishes to undertake another construction project at Dahshur, even more ambitious than the bent pyramid already completed. Royal architects, surveyors, and engineers are confident they can construct an edifice whose sides rise in one continuous angle, culminating in a perfect peak. If successful, this will be the first true pyramid, and will be a worthy home for Pharaoh Snofru through all eternity. Pharaoh's wife, Queen Hetepheres, has recently given birth to a son whom they have named Khufu. Our people look toward the day of his eventual rule with much foreboding, for the seers of Horus, god of the Pharaoh, have predicted that he will show none of his father's benevolence toward our people. Though he will achieve many great things, they fear he will rule Egypt with unyielding tyranny. You may acquire wood from Byblos, since carpenters will have to build many ramps to allow workers to reach the summit of this great pyramid.
So, for those who are familiar with Khufu, he is the one that built the Great Pyramid of Egypt, the big one. So we have that to look forward to. Yeah, we love building more pyramids. We're gonna be doing a lot. All right, so we need to build a real big kids pyramid now. We need... What is this? What is this little spit of land? It's really gross. Okay. We have military buildings. Notable. I hate this map layout. There's a whole lot of area, not a lot of food, water. I almost said food, but I meant water. All right, let's have a bridge. Is this what we're doing? Apparently this is what we're doing. All right, so here's what we're doing. Look, this isn't about building a cool city. If you go in here and you look at our requirements, like our rating requirements are not that bad. This is about building a functional town that can build a pyramid. Okay. All right. So we're going to build a line of housing. Like this. We're just going to do, like, I don't know, 40 houses for now. Why not? We're going to put a granary over here. And we're going to put grain farms. Ugh. We need to put the water lift in first. How do I want to do this? How do I want to make this less stupid? I can just do this. That's actually perfectly fine. Not completely gross. And I can bring the irrigation ditch like this. Yeah. Okay. So we'll have the water supply here. We'll have a roadblock there to keep people from going over the bridge. We don't really need people over here right now. And we'll also have the bazaar. We'll plop it there. How many gods do we have? 4 gods? Okay, all right. That's fine. That's okay. Might as well start plopping them down here. We're gonna leave like a 3x3 gap between them. There we go. And who's the primary deity? Let's see. Ptah. Okay. We'll just, I don't know. We'll put another one to Ptah here at the end. You won't know the difference. It's fine. That's actually really gross. I lied. We're gonna put it over here. There we go. Gonna put some gardens in. I think we're only gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna do 3x3. Okay. Let's start with that. Is this a good idea? I have no idea. It's fine. Firehouse, architect's post, and a physician to keep people from dying. There we go. Nobody will die from the plague. It'll be great. Okay, so we should be able to do that. And we can bring this irrigation ditch, like, out and then down. Yeah. Yeah, this is only a little gross. It's not completely gross. Not this time. So unemployment is super high. That's not really that surprising. This... Something not right here. Yeah. It's me. I'm not right here. There we go. That makes a lot more sense. Life is good once again. Can I build a farm here? I can. Okay. Alright, so we'll do that, and then we'll do that. There we go. Alright, then the workers will slowly trickle in. Everything will slowly trickle in. It'll be good. I'm planning eventually to, like, bring this the whole way around. Like that, except less disgusting. Maybe something like that instead would be good. And that should actually probably provide most, if not all, of the pops that I'll need. I only need 3,000. It's 500 less than last time. So let's look at our world map here. Oops. So we can sell jewelry to Byblos. Import from Cerebicadum. What can we make? I should focus on that first. Limestone. So we need a lot of plainstone again imported. Okay. Alright. That's fine. I love doing that. That's my favorite thing to do. Okay. Alright. That's fine. We'll survive. I guess. Alright, so first things first. Who buys pottery? You buy pottery. And bricks, actually. That's a water trade route. That's fine. Who sells copper? You sell copper. We'll open up that trade route as well, because I think we're going to need military on this one. And then also... Didn't I see somebody who bought pottery? Yeah, it was you. So somebody who sells clay. That's what we're looking for. There we go. Okay. I understand now. The world is right again. Alright, let's go ahead and plop a storage yard here. This guy's gonna have our clay. This guy's gonna have our pottery. We're going to import that. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Import to maintain 400 clay, and we're going to export outside 400. It's a pretty standard thing. It's pretty standard. And we're going to build 2 potters. There and there. Excellent. So we are short on employees. That's okay. That'll fix itself once the food starts rolling in. If the food starts rolling in. Dun, dun, dun. Something we have to worry about later is how to get through here. I guess we could just go, like, around. It'll just be a little jank. That's okay. We can make it jank. Once we get a nice little storage of food going, we should do okay with everything else. I'm gonna put some more housing in. So in the grand scheme, I want this road to come along here. So yeah, I can put housing up to here. And then we'll deal with the rest. It's such a pain when there's more than just, like, 1 or 2 gods.
We're waiting for some cargo to be delivered to our ship.
Now, the problem with starting with trading clay is that, or pottery, is that the pottery will initially be used by my housing. So it's not going to be like a perfect little thing like it would be with beer, which we could probably start beer production now. You know, what we could do... we could do something like this. It's gonna make it a little bit hard to get an irrigation ditch in, but we don't need irrigation, technically. This is the only one that doesn't have irrigation, so that's not bad. And we could plop a work camp down there. It's like it was made for that spot. Now the really awkward thing, we have this large pyramid here. Where the heck am I going to put it? This one may be one that we're going to have to put off in the middle of nowhere. As much as I hate to say it, I want aesthetically pleasing pyramids. I want pyramids that make for good screenshots. But unless we put it like here, or like literally right in the middle of the map, like here, I just don't think it's going to work. Of course, regardless of where we put it, could put it there. Yeah, we could put it there, I guess. Alright, so if we're bringing this out like this, that means this is going to be a pavilion. Yeah. We could plop a truck over to school somewhere. That works fine. Easy peasy. I do worry a little bit that this is not going to be enough room for 3,000 people, but it's going to be close. It's going to be maybe about 2,000 people, I think. Slash hope. Okay, so we have barley coming in. I think we're just gonna jump right into beer. I don't think I was planning on doing that, but I think that's what we're going to do. And we're gonna do like 4 breweries. Something like that. I think that's okay. It's probably fine. Not quite sure why we're only getting 2 things when we have 4 farms, but I'm not going to worry about that. It's fine. It will figure itself out. What do you need? No entertainment. Oh, you need more entertainment. Well, that's gross. Okay. Well, we can build a conservatory somewhere. I could put it there. Sure, why not? Okay. And we're going to start exporting beer. 400? Probably. 400 tends to be the magic number, so that's probably what we're going to do. Alright, and we're gonna have some growing pains, but I think this will be okay. We may just immediately pop our Pharaoh donation. These houses might be a problem. They are right next to the granary, so I get that. There we go. Let's just go to the end. Why not? Let's put a police station down, because I don't think we actually have one of those yet. Yeah, we don't. $1,400 grain? I'll make an attempt, Pharaoh. Our Lord and Master, Mr. McPharaoh. Which, we have a lot of food coming in, so we should actually not have that much of a problem. Yeah. And we have all this stone up here for limestone. That'll be handy. Okay. So far, so okay. We have a bunch of housing upgrading. 9% unemployment. Okay, well, we need to do some stone collecting, it seems. So maybe this is the mission I was thinking of, where you do requests and you get a bunch of stone in return. That would make sense. I know it was one of these, and I know it was relatively early in the game. I just don't remember specifics. I just remember getting a lot of stone before I was even ready to build a pyramid. Come on, sir. Please? Well, I got some of it. Hopefully by the next time we get a donation, generously, we'll have enough, yeah, storage yards to hold it. All right, let's just go ahead and build this road, because if I don't build that road, I'm going to forget about it. And, you know, it also means that we can, like, prepare this area. Like, we can put a water supply over here. And a bazaar somewhere. There. That works. And an architect's post. Let's see, we're gonna need a shipwright. Because I have a feeling that these military buildings aren't just for show. Unless we just can't build a shipwright. There it is. And we can plop a booth there. It's gonna be a little bit gross, but it'll be okay. I promise. And we could just import like 400 wood. And we're also going to have to import copper for weapons. Because even though the game didn't say that I was going to have to fight, either I'm going to have to fight or I'm going to have to send help to other cities. And I want to be prepared for when that happens. So I can build 2 warship wharfs, kind of in jank locations, but that's okay. That'll be pretty good. And then I can't import weapons. But what I am going to have to look out for is my money. I'm already broke. But once the beer production gets off the ground, we should be fine. These houses aren't really worth collecting taxes from, but I might end up having to. Alright, we should start moving beer here soonish. We should start moving pottery here soonish as well. I think the bazaar probably gobbled up a bunch of our pottery. Yeah. That's okay. That is A-okay. All right. We're going to be, like, financially strapped for a while, which is just something that we're going to have to be careful over. But I think as long as things don't get too bad, we should be able to make enough money to recover. I think. Because, I mean, we have a lot of beer production. We have a lot of beer production. And we're going to be using it. It's going to be slow, but we're going to be using it. We're going to be selling it. Maybe. We just may have to be a little bit careful. We're also making a lot of extra wheat. We could sell some wheat. But I don't really want to sell any wheat. We've also stepped over the initial cost for our warships, which is good. We won't really need that wood now until we're starting with the main pyramid portion, which is going to be a while. Going to be a while for that. And wood's expensive. Wood is typically very expensive. 200 to import, so 400 wood is $800. It's a little bit. It's a little bit of money. All right, I think for the sake of just getting squeezing out a little bit more income, we're gonna drop the town palace here. It's gonna put me more in debt, and we're gonna put a tax collector over here, which is not going to help my debt. But it will help us kind of recoup some of our wage losses, which is pretty much the purpose of taxes in this game anyway. You're not really going to make bank on taxes. But we're already selling a bunch of beer. It's already bringing down our debt. So that's okay. It's okay. Uh-oh. No entertainment? It's right there. Just walk down the street. So what's happening is all the entertainers are going this way instead of this way. So if I break that, then it'll be a problem for another time. Because we will absolutely need to close this loop eventually. Eventually. Probably sooner rather than later. Especially if I need more people, and I do need more people. Okay. So what's going on here? Oh, the pottery. Okay. I was like, why is there a line? It's because they're waiting for pottery. There we go.
I wonder if the city has any sights I could see while they unload my ship.
Nice. Nice. We're doing good. We're doing good. We're making good progress. And as I said, debt pains, we're fine. We are okay. As long as we don't run out of barley. Which will be fine, at least for the moment. But we have plenty of food production, plenty of barley. We're doing a good job. We're just jamming out to the music. You know, as you do. We will probably have to increase our clay imports at some point and get more pottery going, but for now, this is absolutely fine.
We're waiting for some cargo to be delivered.
Okay, you're buying pottery. Nice. Okay. Well, I mean, we're just kind of hanging out waiting for our money to recover at this point. We don't really have anything else to do because I don't want to go into super debt. The longer you're in debt, the more angry the kingdom will be. And you don't want them to be angry. You won't like the Pharaoh when he's angry. I know in Caesar 3, when the Caesar was angry, he sent armies to destroy your city. I'd rather not have that happen. Not anytime soon. Maybe later. So this is going to be a bit awkward. We're gonna have to put the dance studio, like, over here. All right, so we have an enemy army on the way. That's... I mean, I expected that. I can't be too mad. Let's pop the recruiter here. And we're gonna go into debt. I can't not prepare an army though. Yes. There we go. I should probably also build a military academy, but I'm not quite to that point yet. I don't want to commit a debt anniversary. We were out of debt for a few minutes. But that didn't last very long. We are going to get an army going. It's just, we're not there yet. We're not making enough money yet. But yeah, with it being the debt anniversary, if we go in here into ratings overseer, oh, maybe not. I thought this was 55 or 52. I thought that was a little bit higher last year, but maybe it wasn't. Either way, we're going to make the Pharaoh happy by sending him lots of beer. And he's just going to have to be okay with that. But now we're even more in debt, so it's going to take us even longer to get out of debt. I was hoping I was going to have a little bit more time before an enemy army invaded, but I guess we're not that lucky. You know, could we maybe encase ourselves in a wall? Like, if we just built... Oh, no. What did they do to the wall building? I don't know if I want to commit to that. That's a lot of money to commit to for something that might not even work. Especially when we're already in debt. Okay. Yeah, we need to get out of debt before I do anything. But I think when the time comes, I'm going to start importing copper and set up like weapons production up here. Because we're probably going to need some real soldiers at some point. Otherwise the game will get mad. Knock over my city, have a temper tantrum. We might lose. That would be interesting. I don't think we will. I think we'll be fine. But we're slowly working on that pyramid, guys. Slowly but surely. Hey, we're out of debt. Let's see if we go into debt before we get out of debt again. We're just very close. We're just very close. Like I said, I think our exports are fine to cover our expenses. We were just, yeah, we're building a lot, and that's the problem right now. I should maybe also build some barley, like, ground farms, normal farms. They may have a different harvest year and therefore be better. But I think I'm gonna step away for a minute. I have to use the blaze room. I will be right back. All right, and I'm back. I see I'm still being invaded in a few months. That is okay. I will accept this challenge if I'm ready. Probably won't be. It'll be fine. We will survive. And once we export our beer, some more clay, we'll start importing copper so we can start making weapons. They won't help us with this battle, but hopefully in the next battle they will be very useful. Unemployment is at 13%. That's great. Yeah, I think we are, since we're being so committal to the beer plays. Does anybody else, you also buy beer? And you're a land route? Interesting. Okay, I'll have to keep that in mind. Anyway, as I was saying, since we're so committed to the beer plays, we may as well just build some more barley farms. Am I okay with that? I may have to find another way to get water over to this area, but I think I'm fine with that. For the moment. And we'll go ahead and plop a firehouse and an architect's post all the way here at the end. And then, funnily enough, we may need more breweries after all of that. I can build some more. And plop one here, and we'll plop one here. This one's going to be a little bit of an odd one out, but that's okay. We can deal with it. Okay. The thing that bothers me about importing weapons on this mission is that we don't currently have a buyer. Like, we can import copper. That's not a problem. But we're literally just doing it to build weapons that we will then not be able to use after we get a full army. So that's kind of the problem that I'm facing with deciding to import copper. Oops, I didn't mean to close that out. 1 month. Okay. All right, well, let's build weaponsmiths. We'll start importing copper. At the very least, we'll have weapons. Ugh, copper is so expensive. Ugh. All right. Hopefully we can offset it with beer. We'll open up another beer importer. We may just need to get another entire storage yard just for beer or for barley, not beer. Okay, it looks like we may be a little over-prepared for this fight. I'm okay with that. I am 100% okay with that. But I'm still going to prepare for the worst. As soon as I get a chance, I'm going to build a military academy. I'm going to get a nice, thick, meaty group of infantry all trained up. A little bit of debt. That's okay. Yeah, it's not forever debt. We could even put more breweries up here if it seems like we're losing a lot of beer in the wetland. I don't think we will be, though. I think, you know, we have 6 breweries. That's always going to be churning out beer. So I think that'll be okay. Could be wrong. Could be right. Who knows? It's a mystery. What I do know is that we have so much freaking food. So much freaking food, man. So we have our weapons starting now. That's good. And we have beer imports or exports going out, which will offset that. We are going to need more. We're going to need more something. I haven't quite decided what, where, or how yet, but we are going to need more. We can't just solely rely on beer. What the heck is this? Bedouin army approaching in 2 months? Okay. I mean, I suppose that's okay. It's fine. Okay. We are exporting a lot of beer, which is good. It's okay. I wish we had, like, financial benefits to winning battles. Like, I know later on there's going to be events that will request armies, which I'm actually kind of surprised that we haven't had any of those yet. But I'm okay with that as well. Ooh, that's actually a lot more enemies. That's a little scary. Okay, good news. Archers are OP. Why do we need real troops when we can just use archers instead? Okay, now the copper debt is starting to hurt. Because that's all copper debt. Maybe I shouldn't do that? I mean, I think it'll be better in the long run to have weapons. I could be wrong. I don't know. I think the beer... I think when we get the beer imports going, we'll be fine. Just gotta make more beer. Just gotta make more booze. It's okay. That anniversary. Yeah, so it is going down. It is going down, I promise. Okay. Yeah, just fueled by the power of beer. I really cut this close. I probably shouldn't have. I suppose that was probably my fault. So I wonder if you could use Set's Blessing to strike down your enemies like you could in the original game. I'm a little bit afraid to test it out. With the way that the battle system works in this game, you don't want to be caught without an army and just completely relying on worshiping the gods. Because at least, like, in the, like, base version of the game, you could, like, kind of fight back with constables and the magistrates. In this version of the game, you would just die. You would just lose. And that's not great. It's not a good way to go. Alright, so when does this get harvested? It gets harvested in August, and this gets harvested in September. Okay.
We're waiting for some cargo to be delivered to our ship.
Do you wanna buy some more beer? How about you, sir? Do you wanna buy some beer? Oh, I think he does. Excellent. Okay. We're just kind of continuing to hobble on. We should probably spend money to make money, right? Probably be better than just kind of hanging out and picking our nose. Linen? Reeds? Reeds is usually very good. Yeah. Reeds is usually the best thing to import. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll start working on a spend money to make money strat, which is probably something I should have done a while ago, but it's fine. We'll just make a bunch of papyrus, and we'll be good to go. Go ahead and import reeds. Export papyrus. Excellent, excellent. And then we're gonna build a dance school. We're gonna build it over here, I guess. Why not? We're gonna reconnect this plot of land, and we're going to build another section of housing. It'll be great. It'll be great. This bazaar is all ready to go. Yep. So it's just a matter of getting people to move into these houses. Yeah. Okay, and we're making money off of the beer. We're making a little bit more money. We're still kind of hovering around the debt point, but yeah, it's like I said. Sometimes you gotta spend money to make money. And just hanging out is not good enough. We don't want to spend all night on this mission. We've already spent, like, I don't know, an hour on it? Maybe a little bit more than that? But yeah, we're definitely producing more beer than we can export. We're gonna go into debt again when he sells his copper, when he drops his coppery load off at the storage yard. It's a bit of a weird way to put it, I guess. Physician? Better place for physician? There? That works. Alright, reeds are coming in. That's good. Which means in a few months, papyrus is going to go out, which is also very good. We still have more barley coming in than we're using, which is great. Probably drop another brewery right there. That's fine. Okay. Magistrate access. That's gonna be a little bit tougher. I mean, I can put a courthouse here and just kind of pray, I guess. That might be the best bet that we have. Just kind of hope that occasionally a magistrate works his way down here. Because there's definitely no room. I mean, maybe able to squeeze one in here. But there's no, like, that's not a better path, I don't think. We'll see what happens. Looks like at least for now. Yeah, at least for now he can make it down there. So that's good. $1,200 things of barley, huh? I think we could do that. It may take a couple months for us to get our next shipment of barley in, but we'll get there. Here, we'll do the responsible thing and stockpile it. I was just gonna let it go, but I don't think that would go very well. So how much food are we producing? Enough for 6,400 people on just that. Just that is producing enough food for 6,400 people, Why do we ancient Egyptians use the floodplain again? I don't know. It's a mystery. But you know what's not a mystery? All this barley that we have. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright, so Pharaoh is probably going to offer us more stone. So let's already prepare for that. And we're also going to put a slum house here at the end. Just because we probably should. Alright, is he going to offer us more plainstone? That'd be great. I'd love me some plainstone. Okay, we're exporting a good amount of beer, making a good amount of money again. I think I might build a military academy now. There's 1,000 points. Yes, please. Oh, what? Oh. What do you mean my storage yard was not manned for 30 seconds? Whatever, game. Whatever. All right. Well, we have a military academy now. That's neat. So that should make our soldiers really good. That's good. We like our soldiers to be really good. Even though we probably don't need it on this map, if I had to guess. We probably don't need as much military as I'm building, but I always like to build extra military because I don't want to immediately lose. Immediately losing is a bad thing. Typically. Might also be worth it to build another dock. But I don't think we're quite to that point yet, especially because we're gonna have to move over here eventually as well. Probably. I mean, we could plop a dock in here. We could. We could actually very easily put a dock in there. We'll have to keep that in mind. I don't think it's for now, though. I think I want to get, I want to get my infantry set up, which means I need 1,000 gold plus enough to refill my weaponsmith with copper. Let's just sell all of my papyrus for now. I don't really need 400 right now. We'll just sell that. It's not a big deal. No biggie. Nothing of value was lost. All right, let's build. We're gonna build a second. We're gonna build a second dock. I don't really think it's worth it at the moment to build a second dock, but we're going to anyway. Valley. Yeah, that should work fine. It may help us a little bit. We're also going to plop those guys there. I always get a little bit paranoid about these random offshoots because I've had like spontaneous fires in those areas before. They're not fun. Not fun at all. All right. Let's see. 5% unemployment is okay. Can we export limestone? We can export limestone. I don't really know if it's worth it to export limestone. We don't really have an easy place to put a storage yard near a dock anyway to export limestone. I guess what we could do... I've never really tried this. We can control what we trade at the dock. We could boat over to here. Get a bunch of limestone going. And then sell it from this side of the river. I don't actually know if that'll work. It sounds good. But sounding good and being good are not always the same thing. That was an awful place to put that ferry landing. I like it. Let's go with it. Okay. So we need a firehouse and an architect's post. We need a dock. And this dock is only going to trade in limestone. And we're going to have a slum house here. We're going to have a slum house there. We might be able to develop this into actual real estate at some point in the future, but not right now. Right now, we're building slum houses. We're going to accept limestone. We're going to accept limestone. And we're just going to build all of the limestone quarries that we can. There we go. Excellent. And we're also going to build an architect's post and a firehouse down here. And probably another slum house. Just to make sure. Just to make sure we have enough slum houses. Everybody needs a slum house after all. Alright, so we're selling plenty of papyrus. We're selling plenty of beer. We're starting to get a backlog of plainstone, which is good. Let's go ahead and drop down our infantry fort. Right there. That'll be good. Train up an elite batch of infantry. I do think I want my next patch of housing to be over here, though. Because, like, this is where my storage yards are going to be for my pyramid. Which means I need to make sure that they have easy access to workers. I also need to start building stonemasons and carpenter guilds and all that fun stuff as well. So... Okay. So unemployment is at 3%. This area is already almost fully inhabited. So let's just go ahead and finish off the loop, shall we? We're making some money. Desirability is something to be desired, but we don't need it. It's fine. These areas down here, a core house. That's what I was afraid of. Okay. How do we do this? Let's put a courthouse there. And we'll put a conservatory here. It's a little bit jank. It's a little bit jank, but I'm here for it. There we go. Perfect. Or at least good enough. It doesn't have to be perfect if it's good enough. I may have to put another water supply up there in the corner. I shouldn't have to, but I may have to. Jury's still out. Jury's still out. All right, so this block of people are done. That's good. So when that upgrades, we'll probably have about 2,500 people. 2,500 pops would be my guess. Not quite what we need, but we can put more people over here. Right now, we're looking for people to man the work camps so we can build this pyramid a little bit faster. And I'm thinking about it more, and I'm thinking more and more that I don't want to export my limestone yet. Because I want to get a pretty good stockpile of limestone up for when we're finally ready to build this thing. Because we're going to need, well, we can't actually see how much we need yet, but we're probably going to need 1,000 stone. Probably 1,000 and 1,000. Maybe a little bit less. Maybe a little bit more. Who knows? Yeah, so we're good to go here. It's just this place needs food. But I think eventually the bazaar will work its way around to it. Maybe. Alright, how much food are we producing? 6,400 people. There should still be enough people. One would hope. Alright, we have 24 months until the next invasion. That's...
We'll fight to the death to defend our fair
That's a
city.
while. Alright, we have a constant string of soldiers running to the fort now. We should have that army pretty well done before the baddies arrive. I hope. Yeah, we probably will. It should be fine. I said 2,500 people. It's gonna be kind of close. It's gonna be like 2,300 people. I'm not an expert in all things Pharaoh, so my guesses don't matter. We're gonna have these guys collect limestone for us. And I think the next patch of housing we're gonna do is gonna be like right in here. We're gonna take this down and along here, I think. Not right now. But eventually. Because again, we're just going to want as many storage yards as I possibly can. Full of plainstone. So, I know I have all of my papyrus being exported. I can put a scribal school in here. And we could also put one in here if we had the room. Alright. Well, here's the thing. I can move this over to here. And I can put another scribal school right there. Excuse me, sir or madam. Do you wanna move? Okay. Fair enough, I guess. And we can put a scribal school there. And that will kind of cover both sides of the city, I think. Maybe. Maybe. Kind of. Okay, so we need dentists. Put a couple dentists in. Shouldn't need many. I don't think we need many. That should be fine. There we go. Excellent. Now, upgrading to these houses is the easy part. It's when you need to start getting multiple types of food and all that fun stuff that starts becoming a little bit challenging. But at the moment, you know, we have plenty of money right now. We have a little bit of unemployment, but that's okay. We can afford to push a little bit on this. Let's build a couple more storage yards. That's going to have plainstone in it. You might be wondering, why do we need so many plainstone storage yards? I have no idea. I'm just building them. We're gonna do something like this. This is basically going to be the housing for the workers who are going to build the pyramid. Basically. That's the game plan, anyhow. Will they be happy with where they live? Probably. Because we're also going to have a line of temples. And we're going to have a spare Fatah temple. I don't know, over here, I guess. Why not? Let's see, what else do we need over here? Pottery. They're gonna get beer eventually. A school? They'll need that eventually. I'm not super worried about it right now, though. They'll need a magistrate. We'll build a courthouse. Yeah. So we'll see where those upgrade to, and then we'll come back to them a little bit later. Oh, entertainment. I mean, I guess we can just kind of plop a band, yeah, this thing down here. A pavilion? No, maybe we can't. Maybe we can run it the other way. There we go. That's better. That should be good. Yeah, we'll get some unemployment. That's to be expected. I'm gonna move this up a little bit because I'm gonna do a big long line here. And this is gonna be all work camps. All work camps all the time. Except at the very end here, where we're going to have the classic firehouse and architect's post. Just so that nothing burns down that we don't want to burn down. There we go. Alright, so those should be built up. They should be good. We have a whole squad of soldiers and actually still plenty of weapons. Huh. That's kind of surprising. Oh, well, let's not forget to tax these guys. Very important. Very, very important. Alright, now we just have a massive army of workers to help speed things along a little bit. And we're also going to start importing plainstone. We're going to import to maintain... There's not really an infinite button, so we're just going to say 100... 60... 96... What is it, 124? You can do 124, why not? More unemployment? Ah, it's not that bad. Okay, let's build a couple more storage yards. And we're going to load them up with limestone as well. Yeah, it's all coming together now. Just one big happy family of limestone miners. Yeah. $2,800? 3,000. That's what we need, right? We need 3,000? Yeah, alright. So it's literally probably going to be the pyramid. Again. It's always the pyramid again. Oh my. It's fine. Six months. Yep. Yep. This one took a little bit of work. I know it didn't seem like it took a lot of work. It took a little bit of thinking to try to get this thing to work. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and watch the boys work, shall we? Excellent. Oh man, he's so good at his job. So good. So good at his job. High quality. Now, the funny thing is I might throw more work camps down. Yeah, let's throw some more work camps down. We're gonna put a couple up here. And the other thing is that we're going to need probably to limestone out all of this stone here as well. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy how good these farms are doing. Absolutely absurd. I guess just a handful of farms, and it's feeding an entire army of people. It's great. It's great. I love it. All right, let's build a bunch of stonemasons. And a single carpenter. Right at the end. You only really need one carpenter guild. I don't think having more really speeds things up, at least with this construction. So. All right, let's go. Big angry enemy, boys. So these are the academy trained soldiers, so they should do better. Well, I lost one random archer still. I don't know how I feel about that. But I suppose it's fine. Okay. Let's go ahead and beautify this a little bit more, because I'm going to be getting I'm going to be getting storage yards pretty close here. And these are all also going to want limestone. Oh, backup army's on the way. Uh-oh. Oh, we need more workers. I mean, I guess we could finally put, like, housing across a river for once. Or we could just come down here and put more housing down here. That makes a lot of sense. Could do something like this. Oh, all right. Well, farmers are overjoyed by the army trampling on the front of the thing. Okay, sure. Excellent. We won. Oh, we're so good at our jobs. Ooh. Okay, well, the game alleges that we still import 6,400 food, or enough food for 6,400 people. We'll be the judge of that. All right, well, let's build more grain farms. This is gonna get a little bit jank, because we're gonna have to come back here. And we're gonna have to build another water lift to make this work. And that's not gonna leave us with a lot of extra room. We're gonna be able to get like one more farm in here, plus maybe a couple over here. Which, I mean, we can do. We can make that work. Not gonna be perfect. It'll be a little jank, but it'll work. And, you know, after being so efficient with this, I'm okay adding a little bit of jank to my life. Why not? You guys will watch my money a little bit. We're still not, like, rolling in the money. We're doing pretty well. But not great, not amazingly. We haven't cracked this map open like we did the last one. We're just kind of coasting along. We're doing okay. Unemployment's a little bit off. I think we probably have a shortage. Yeah, I bet we have a shortage of... No, we have 11 unemployed people. Okay, fair enough. Well, we will have a shortage. This will cause a shortage. So, I have a small shortage of people. And probably fix that pretty easily. We'll just put a scribe school here. It's great. It's great. I'm a little bit concerned about our pottery situation. Are we making enough pottery? I have my doubts. Maybe we are. I guess we'll find out when we start having pottery shortages. Okay, 1,300 blocks of plain stone, 456 blocks of limestone. Okay. All right. We're gonna get that eventually, yeah. Yeah. The good news is we're about to clear out a whole bunch of storage yards. So that's great. Oh, you need a dentist. I don't think a dentist actually upgrades these buildings to the next level. I think it's just a requirement. Yeah, it's just a requirement for the next level of building. That's what I thought. I wasn't entirely sure if that's how it was going to work, but that's how I thought it was going to work. So we're good. We are A-okay. Alright, we're probably at the point where we can probably start fast forwarding. We do have provisions to send. It's actually quite a lot of provisions. The papyrus and the pottery might be kind of hard. Only because we haven't really been planning for it. But we can increase our imports of clay. We can build a couple more potters. We can stop importing pottery until we get at least 800 pottery. And I think we'll be good to go with that. I think we need to do that anyway. I think we're starting to have a bit of a pottery shortage. So. Especially because I'm going to build more housing down here, because we're actually short on some people. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Something like that. We could bring it over on this side if we really need to, but I don't think we need to. Okay. Let's go ahead and put a water supply here. We may not need some of this stuff, but it's fine. I'm not here to build a perfectly efficient city. As I've said many times, I'm just kind of going with the flow. Just chilling, just relaxing, just enjoying myself. We're going to build a temple to Set. We're going to build a temple to Ra. We're going to build a temple to Ptah. We're going to build a temple to Osiris. And we're going to build another temple to Ptah. There. Yeah. Perfect. I'm gonna plop a physician here at the corner. I'm gonna put a magistrate here. And they should be good to go for a while, anyhow. There we go. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And we already have the first layer almost done, but that's because we had a backlog of plain stone. Now we no longer have that backlog of plain stone, so this is gonna take a lot longer. Great. Is there any other trade routes we can open up to buy plain stone? The answer may not surprise you, because it's no. Okay. There we go. So how much food are we producing now? 10,000 food. I don't think that's right. I don't think there's any way we're producing food for 10,000 people. Our granary is empty. I mean, we could put a granary over here. And we could put some grain farms on the floodplain. Which is not necessarily a bad thing to do on its own. Because we've been having very good floods. There we go. And we can pump the fertility up a little bit with some irrigation ditches. Excellent. And we could even put a work camp down here. Just to kind of get people moving into here a little bit faster. I think that would be a good idea. I could be wrong about that. Oh, I forgot a tax collector. That's the most important part. Gotta make sure these people are paying their taxes. Although this guy may be able to get all of that. I don't know. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm not gonna risk it. Not for the biscuit. I'll put a constable right next to it. Alright, the first and largest layer is down. I don't know if I feel comfortable fast forwarding it yet. But I think we're going to fast forward. So, and back to the meeting. This is always what you do, by the way. At least now. And, given going to some money that aren't going to be expensive, I don't know, I think R&D already out of this, I don't know. But something much money here. Is that probably foundation, have like guilds or, you know, make like extra beers in there. I think there's a couple that. We only need a couple missions. Is it sand castle? Sand on it? I don't know what it's called. Sun temple, yes. It is really cool to build with sun temple. I think we do too. That's okay. So after off the invasion, that's some setup of it. Yeah. Foundation on debt, brass blessing. I think probably one key on Indian runners, but I don't actually need an Indian here. It's not very important, usually it's not. Yeah, that's not very stone and not yummy, and not having class. Which not every unless you pass. Or fairly unsuited. But not every but. Gotta have more than enough stone. Let's see that. Stone, export over, I guess. I gotta make one stone, more than that. I don't more probably wrong for the top, but I don't get you. So let's use it. Oh, Pharaoh, randomly operating on my stone. Okay, take a yeah, I'll send some. Maybe. No, no. That's pretty exciting, please. That's not bad. That's not bad. I only have one of those. This is pretty cool. Let's see something we could do. Just like a layer game. Quality. Make sure all that work out though. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Oh, yeah, that's important. This here is getting strong, and I didn't know that happened. Nice. There we go. Oh, you make sure to work for you, so. But because the that you only import so much stone a year or so per year, it's not a big deal. It's after you get 1,000 stone. You get 1,000 stone, that's what this is our problem. That's right. 10%. I'll see this as well. This makes version. One hundred probably. Yeah. You're welcome. All right, actually. Hopefully, I love this stuff. Especially space. Yeah. All right. Excellent. So, after it, go. Let's still need the last one. You probably have one of the here. That's good. We're going to do it one more time. 112 things. Okay, that's fine. I'll leave it. Okay, let's use it. Yeah. I think we don't have enough masons for the average run. You guys don't. At least do this first run. I'll do that. Yeah, you can run with one else doing things like that. I'll be more inclined to build a few more like this. Like, one after another. It's fine. It's fine. Hopefully more things we guess it will be fine. Yeah? Yeah? Plainstone? Copper? You can't build a pyramid out of copper! Gross. That's disgusting. Get that stuff out of here. Ugh. Nasty. You take Rose Connor this game, man. Yeah, see, that whole really good point, man. That's why it's over somewhere. Oh, I that's it, that's what we do. The problem is that, like, I still have to do my game. They request and, like, my sense. So, like, I don't see my sense back in the watch virus. Oh, scary. Oh, you want, right? I never guess one. I don't think it's going to last for a day. I am running out of enthusiasm. I don't know what's going to go. Something hyper gross. Like, I have to get I moved it pretty significant. And, for something way more so than polygrams. It's just like, never made me import versus UV. I probably would have done it sooner. But I don't know, I just like is not in the cover and just write covers. Now, it's like, it's not probably screen vision. I probably need to open other stuff. But it's not easy. For the secret, it's fine. It's okay. It's fine. That's straw? Straw. Okay. You know what? You want straw, girl? No straw. I can't do it. Everything extra straw. No. Well, I mean, I still do inside. Whatever. I have nothing inside. There's no level straw. I might as well extra on the west. Yeah, you don't need that. Black copper. I'm going to need all things. No. Let's like, go, rats. Twins. I think I've got a 4 sentences. I got this point, but I have earlier. It's fine. I want to say thing, not very much. Get in there, slowly. Slowly, but surely. Yeah, another one on getting? Interesting. No, it's just like, you know, just make sure they know who's last. We're last. I still really will do though. And it's also this letter. Yeah, that's no, it's interesting. We're really one of these doing everyone. This is good. Good. Some have good reports. Way more good. Somewhere. Hey, what's wrong? Hey, I was talking about. More? Do you hear more things now? Yeah, alright. Oh, there's that there. Sweet. Yeah. 6 worker. We're there. I think we're halfway there. Think. Maybe. I don't know about there, but everyone's out there. Alright, let's see how it goes. Yeah, we still lose 2 workers. Nice. High quality. Excellent. Alright, another argument. Yeah, I think we're always going to lose at least 2 workers. That's weird. It's kind of weird how it works. I don't use my powers. I use my multiple powers. I didn't really want to, honestly. How does my thing work? Okay, we're really solid powers. I mean, can that work? Let's import more of these. Sort of 1200 powers and just go with more powers. Here, that'll be a lot more. So. That's good enough. And I don't know if you're the other time. Yeah, we're pretty much here. Are you easy? Literally fun here. It's fine. It's good. You can take longer, so enter. Oh, we have more aspects. So, there's 3 easily. Yeah, so I like that. They just my power. Okay. Oh. Interesting. So we have to dispatch troops to Bahria Oasis. Okay. Well, I think we need to build transport ships for that. Which shouldn't be too difficult on its own. It just might take a hot minute. Because all these require... Thank you. All these require workers. I mean, it's only 5 workers. And they require ships to be built. That's okay. I haven't actually done one of these requests in the remake yet, I don't think. So hopefully I don't screw it up. But we have a massive army, so we'll just send our 2 infantry units and 2 archery units. And then we'll leave the remaining archers... yeah, we'll leave the remaining archers for defense. Just need to make sure we get the transports built. I think we need transports. I'm gonna assume we need transports. Like, if I go in here... Where is it? Ooh, military overseer. Send this company to defend. Navy status. There's nothing on the Navy. Interesting. I wonder why. Maybe we don't need the boats? I mean, I'm gonna build the boats anyway, just to make sure. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Nice. Alright. So we have the pottery okay, we have the beer okay, we have everything okay. So it's literally just the pyramid. And we're almost done with it. We're getting there. We're getting there. Alright. Yeah, your battalions need transports to navigate the Nile. That's what it says there. So let's send... these guys. These guys. Okay, so it does say land route. So I guess I would only need to send them on transports if it said sea route. I don't know. But we're gonna send our troops out. It'll be great. They'll destroy all the baddies, and we're just gonna fast forward more. We're just gonna go faster. We definitely have done over half of the plainstone now, so we're almost done. We're almost done. Because the less plainstone we need, the more limestone we'll need. We have plenty of limestone. We have more than enough limestone. So we're good. One thing that was kind of nice about like the old school classic Pharaoh is that you could like see a marker on the map for where your troops were. I don't seem to have that anymore, and that's too bad. There's a mild loss, we'll say. Well, if 4 battalions of elite troops don't succeed at that quest, then I don't know what would. There we go. There's the last 2 for this rung. Excellent. I did send troops, so we should be good. Right? We did send troops. Yeah, we did. And we have a Bedouin army coming in 2 months. That's why I kept my army here. That's why I kept some of my army here. Because I knew the game was gonna pull some cheeky stuff. But we should still have enough archers to handle it. I hope. It's gonna be a little bit of egg on my face if we don't. Mild attack. I think we're fine, though. Yeah, I didn't hear any damage, so we might be good. Maybe. Yeah, we'll change this out. Artist scratch. Artist scratch. That'd be something. Please. I think this. I chose anyway. 90 stone bay. It's okay. Please go keep hard fast. We need to do this. Okay. Okay. Oh, not. What's that? Where's your happy zone? That's fine. It's not all the best. Nice, but it doesn't have to. Man, I just bulk zone. That'd be nice. Just understand my great hat. What's that? Okay. In there. We are getting in there. See, I think I that well. Yeah, there's a stuff. There's also situation to send you. Which I usually about 4 of those. I haven't seen those. I want to get a lot of patient backup. Well, you know, I think this one is going to be the last one we need more zone to the next zone. I think for a run, we're going to see more zone. That's why I said pools. Starting more zone. This is a little faster. I think. So, we'll get it. It's first. It's probably yeah. It's fine. Yeah, probably. For now, it's okay. So now I think zone is weird, doesn't it? Wait, zone. So we'll probably go more, I think. We still have something like that. We're probably going to go. Now, what do you have? Maybe this. Nice round. I think eventually population stabilize, where like you have been nothing and reducing to basically honest. You don't play Constantine homes and you're in. They can play League House, you're going to League House, you don't stabilize. They don't lose others from eating that. So even if you lose others from League, so like, you're getting in for basically like that. It's just, you don't need to do it. Yeah, that's our problem. Not really. Trusting enough. Well, then we're coming. Sounds good. We're so happy when we answer that. We'll probably live after I did this, but don't need anything to make it better. There's only 8 plays though. Yeah, so we're probably not playing so it's not really that much. Okay. That's another run good. So that's 160 blocks. Okay. Honestly, not really that many. That's what? It's 5 or 6 story yards? Yeah, story yards. Story yards. 5 story yards. Only 5 story yards. Of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 stones. That's it. Yeah, we're almost there. Anyway. It's a little bit. Yeah, anyway, yeah. This is fine. This is okay. It's okay. Wait, did I not do that? Let me try something out. Ah, no, it's fine. Doesn't matter. As long as we don't lose people, as long as we don't lose those buildings, then that doesn't matter. Just kind of anything you have to worry about. Well, we're not playing that. Thank you very much. The 8 zone is like 3.5. There's really like 4 more less than that. 3 more less. So we have 8 more things on the so we're almost there. Okay. We go up here. Alright, so I'm having needing only 4 blocks of things on, so it's actually extreme fast at this point. Oh. 139 orders. Gross. That's not wrong. We're fine. All are good. Barely. Like, it's good. Everything good. Apparently it's fine. So I'm fine. Okay, we're almost fresh. I still feel. Oh, there's in. That's fine. As long as you're good, I have everything. Okay, so I think we're bringing information to these. That's right. These are loosely accurate. We ain't done. I haven't zero record accurate. And then 5 times speed. It's not 5 times speed. So like goodness, it wouldn't do hours like if I didn't have 1 times speed. Yeah. Because like you love your game. Yeah, there's 2 times like it's fine though. You know, you're sitting staring. You want to do all the same thing. And you don't have a visual. Come on. Yeah, that's gross. What's going on? No, 19 minutes. It'll be fine. We'll more people in, but it'll work. Great. And I can send you my done. Alright, we're done. We're done. Nice. That's just 1 second. Nice. Yeah, you guys are 85. That's pretty good. Do some stuff. That's on goal. Oh, you go through that goal. No problem. Yeah, I'll send you somewhere. Oh, yeah. Copper, Chris. Alright, here's the last one here. Yes, I'll figure it out. So alright, let's you guys are back down, yeah? Well, that's interesting. Great. So I think it takes the same number of stonemasons as put up the layer that they have to peel away the thing. Could be wrong about that. I'm not exactly an expert. But what I do know is that we probably no longer need these work camps. So we could probably get a lot of extra popped back just by going like that. Cool. I don't actually need any more plainstone, Pharaoh. Thank you. There we go. Now we're going to start knocking it down. Lauren says, why does the remake have worse graphics than the original? I don't think it does. I think it's just less pixelated. I think you just fell in love with the charm of the more pixelated graphics, and that's what you prefer, and I think that's 100% okay. Okay. Alright, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time to peel away the outer layers of this pyramid. Seems pretty smooth to me, Chief. There's a little bit of jank, but it's not anything problematic. The only one that's been really getting to me a little bit, I mean, other than like the jankiness with climbing the pyramid, which happens all the time, this little zoom that the carts do over the bridges, it messes with my mind. But other than that, like that right there. I don't think it's worse. I'll be honest with you, I don't think it's worse. I think it's a sideways step. I think there are things... And that was always jank. That was jank in the original, too. I think that there are things that the remake does better than the original. And I think there are things that the original does better than the remake. And if you prefer the original, that is 100% okay, and I fully understand. And if you prefer the remake, that is also 100% okay, and I understand. Like, I prefer the remake at the moment because it feels like it runs smoothly. It's fine. But I think it runs smoothly. It's not really a problem. The graphics don't hurt my eyes after 6 to 8 hours of building pyramids. Overall, it seems fine. I like that the luxury goods all have unique textures now. I mean, here's the thing. Like, yeah, it's a little bit jank where they're doing their animations. Like, I had pyramids in the original game just break and not build. Hours of work, literal hours of work, gone. I would rather have a little bit of jank than that problem. Yeah, it's fine. It's good enough. And I think that's, if I had one major criticism about the remake, I think that is probably my major criticism. It's good enough. It didn't really try to be anything super fancy. It didn't really try to do anything revolutionary. It just aimed for good enough. And, yeah, like I said, I think there's benefits to playing the original. I think there's benefits to playing the remake. It's just whichever one you prefer. And I don't think either party is wrong. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and... What happened to all of my beer? Okay, well, we should still be able to make this work. So we just gotta stockpile stuff and not end the world. So let's go ahead and start with the pottery. It shouldn't take long. We'll go ahead and speed up time for this, because I don't think we need to sit around and stare at the city that's completed. Hopefully this doesn't cause the entire world to fall apart, but it might. There we go. The papyrus is good to go, so it's just the beer. Just the beer. And that should be super fast. We had so much beer production. I was like, beer is going to be the easiest thing to do, and here it ends up being the last thing. I mean, I have it stockpiling. It's not going to be exported. Or maybe it is. I don't know. It's fine. That good enough? That's good enough. Alright. There we go.
Outstanding. You have played an integral role in a landmark moment, the construction of the first true pyramid. With the completion of Snofru's pyramid, you have set the standard of pyramid building that all others will follow.
We're going to be building many of these in the future, I'm sure. Alright, well there's our North Dahshur town. It's a little bit jank, but it worked. And I guess that's the most important thing of all. So let's hop on to the next mission. But I think this is probably... Oh, we have a choice, huh? Between on... Oh. 3 small mastabas? Okay. And in Uniet, which is just a small mastaba. That shouldn't be too bad. Shouldn't be too bad. But I think this is where I'm going to end the stream today. It's late. That took a while. Yeah. Have a good night, Lauren. Thanks for stopping by. I know you just caught the very tail end of it, but I appreciate you all the same. And I'm glad to hear your thoughts about the original versus the remake. Like I said, I don't think there's a wrong answer. I don't think there's a wrong answer. But until next time, folks, happy gaming.